am about to do my first ever solo bike packing trip. Definitely questioning my life decisions right now. I'm so freaked out right now. So I just saw Grizzly and I am in the Kamloops area of British Columbia and I'm about to do the Lac Du Bois route. Doing a solo bikepacking trip is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I feel like I have a tendency to rely a lot on Alex, especially when it comes to our bikepacking adventures. So these are my three main concerns, actually four. These are my four main concerns I have for this trip. Number one, Alex does all of the bike maintenance. If there's an issue that comes with our bike, Alex is the one to do it. Number two concern, I am a total pansy when it comes to camping by myself at night. Actually, I'm a pansy really when it comes to camping with Alex as well. I always think I hear things at night. So having a solo night by myself on this route, definitely nervous about. Number three, I am not used to carrying this much weight. This is like not even gonna close. And this route has a ton of incline and I have all the camera gear, all the camping gear, all the food, just there's no splitting of stuff like I'm used to on trips. So I'm much heavier than I usually am. And I'd love to say I've been training, but I have done none training and I haven't done a bikepacking route in 2 months. Number four is just, I'm not used to filming myself. I think we rely heavily on filming each other to capture these adventures. So that's gonna be kind of a new challenge, figuring that out. But it's funny, I feel like I should be more nervous than I am. But Alex, he's been, I think, the nervous one here. So Alex will be actually working in the area. So it feels like if I need him, I could potentially get him. However, I don't think I'm gonna have cell phone signal, so I'm gonna have to probably get myself out of a mess if it comes down to it. So anyways, I'm gonna get going. All right, you ready for me to go?
Maybe I'll just trail you.
You're not gonna trail me. He keeps threatening to do this.
It's not a threat.
Alex, you're gonna let me have my night solo.
Okay.
So far my bike is way heavier than I anticipated. I'm definitely feeling that weight. According to bikepacking.com, the first half of this route kind of follows sort of a gravel highway, which I've learned I don't love. So we camped about 11 miles in. Hopefully I won't have too long of that. So far it's been not too bad. I love how quiet it is out here. It's crazy. I'm just like not hearing a sound. I love biking in the mornings. It's the best time. Feels good being out here and just pushing myself. I think there's so much value in getting outside your comfort zone, and me having never done a solo bikepacking trip, I've known it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. Okay, about 5 miles in, feeling really good. Honestly, it's just so nice to be out here. We've had a number of weekend trips and a long trip we had planned abroad that we all had to cancel due to various reasons. So I've kind of been just dying for adventure, like so bad. Like the journey style adventure that bikepacking and like trekking and backpacking has. And so glad I were at least able to get on this mini adventure. Look at those fall colors behind me. Gosh, I'm struggling biking and holding a camera today. But anyways, gorgeous fall colors. Fall is my favorite time of year. It's just like magic when the leaves change, you know? Oh, it's gorgeous. First big slog of the trip. Whew. Definitely feeling that extra weight. Well, probably up the hill a bit, I've decided to not leave my bike alone. Oh my goodness, now it's chasing me! Where is it? Oh gosh, I hear God. All right, I just packed up from lunch, and I have to say, as I was sitting here, I had 3 different people check in to see if I needed anything. So that was really sweet. I feel like these types of adventures just show how nice people actually are. When you put yourself in a vulnerable position, I think people can see that you're doing something hard, and yeah, it brings out like the best in humanity, I honestly think, doing these types of adventures. See a deer there. Starting to rain. This wasn't anticipated in the forecast, but I've learned now that it can happen anytime. The rain stopped and it's a nice downhill section. Definitely just came across a fall wonderland. Look at this. That's crazy. It's just this random Forest Service road, which I'm not going down, but it's right on the side of the regular road. Oh, I love fall. It's the best. A strong headwind has started. A little nervous about that. I'm already going kind of slow because of all the videos and photos I'm having to stop for. I mean, this is just gorgeous though. But yeah, I think I need to start hauling booty.
A few moments later.
Hello, horsey friend. Horsey friend number 2. Hello. No. So unfortunately I got off track by it looks like quite a bit, and it was mostly downhill. Dang it, I didn't even see where else to turn. I was wondering why we were going downhill. I thought we were supposed to go uphill. Oh, I don't know how far that was out of the way, but I feel like I've been going for a while since that turn off. Dang it. I mean, gorgeous area, but I was already running behind. So I'm gonna have to haul booty even more.
So Liz left the van about 5 hours ago or so, and I guess the whole time she just hasn't had any kind of cell phone signal. I really wish we got like the Garmin InReach, like satellite communicator before she left, but can't do too much about that now. I hope she's having fun.
All right, guys, I'm back on the route. Oh, that ended up being a costly mistake because it added about 3.5 miles total. That's quite a bit of gain to my already late and way too low mileage days. So I'm gonna have to haul booty and probably put this camera away for the next little bit. Must have been a fire here. Almost up a big hill. I've done pretty good at not filming much. Most exciting thing that happened in the last 5 miles has been some cows getting spooked at me. Why, hello, cows. Oh boy. I just took down that fence. Gotta love rural areas. All right, looks like we're veering off to an even more remote trail. I don't know why that now that the sun's starting to set down, I'm getting a little bit nervous about the camping part. I feel like it didn't fully hit me, which is very typical of me, until now that like in a few hours I'm gonna be setting up camp by myself. Scary. Guys, there's a grizzly bear. Holy balls. Wait to see something in his mouth. Okay, so I just saw a grizzly and it definitely had something in its mouth. I feel like I'm being extra cautious because I'm not with Alex. I'm like keeping a far distance. I don't know if my footage turned out well for my GoPro, but holy smokes, it's way more scary seeing a grizzly when you're by yourself. Oh gosh. I don't know how long to wait for. But I think I'm gonna try to slowly work my way over and hopefully I don't spook it like I did in Banff. I feel like I've learned my lesson to be a lot more careful around grizzlies after that incident. Okay, let's go. It's probably about 30 feet from the trail. I don't know if I want to push it right now. I think he's moving on though. Alright, well, I'm just going to slowly work my way forward. No fast movements. You know what was so funny is right before this, I almost filmed a clip of me telling you guys, like, it feels like it's bear o'clock, which is what me and Alex always call as it starts getting towards dusk. And lo and behold, I must have sensed a bear. Because there's a bear. Just like he's in there somewhere. I don't know how far, I can't see him anymore, so I don't know how far he's gone. Actually, you know, I should have my bear spray handy. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, got locked and loaded. Just in case. I keep seeing things that I think are him, but I'm sure it's not him. Way more nerve-wracking without Alex doing this. It literally would just be like a meal for them, you know? Oh, aren't I actually supposed to be making noise? Boo, bear, bear, bear. Oh, God. It's like you forget everything that you've been taught when you're in a situation like this. I feel like being on my bike, riding is worse, but then I also am like, should I just bypass this quicker? You know? I don't know. Do they have the chase instinct to like mountain lions? I know you're definitely not supposed to do that with mountain lions. I don't see him, so he must have ducked away. Maybe me talking to you guys scared him away. That's right on, my friends. I feel like I'm on heightened alert now. I was just questioning too. I'm like, do I actually need my bear spray so handy? I really could use a water bottle there. So I can tell I'm getting more out here because the road's getting rougher. Haven't seen any cars in a while. Wow, this whole area just has so many burnt trees. It must have been a really bad fire here. Okay, so I just came across this lovely campsite and I'm so tempted to stay here, but I have not done enough miles for the day. I think if I didn't have Alex expecting me on day 2, then I would just stay here. I think I'm just gonna fill up my waters and just hopefully I can find another wild campsite somewhere along the way. Hope I don't regret this. All right, guys, I'm all filled up. It is 4:30. I just don't want Alex freaking out tomorrow. I wish I had cell phone reception to connect with him though, because my third day is gonna be so short and so like all downhill. That's kind of a shame I can't break up tomorrow's day a bit more. But I've just had no reception this whole time and I've just gone more and more remote. So I don't think I should expect to have that. So I gotta push along. It's a beautiful night. The sun's definitely coming down, but I actually love these quiet roads right now. Super nice. Cows here. Cows, I don't think realize I'm going the same direction they are. Gosh, I hope I'm not flocking them somewhere. Gross. That one looks pregnant. I feel kind of bad. I don't know why they're doing this. I do wonder if maybe I'm rescuing them though. Because we all know what their fate is probably going to be. You don't have to keep running. You must be exhausted. Especially you pregos. This is my life. I feel like I've steered them probably a good mile at least now. Away. I feel like Alex and I tend to have incidences with cows on our bikepacking trips, and this is just another example of that. I need to pass them though. I'm a little scared if they're being so spookish. Go that way, that's great. Oh, and you just continue, really. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I'm just gonna pass you. I'm really sorry I spooked you guys, but I think you guys are tired probably by now. So, I'm gonna be right here on the right. I swear I'm not gonna do any harm. Just in here. This is just so unnecessary. Your group's back that way. Oh, you'd think I was a carnivore or something. Right, 5 minutes later. Let's see if they run or stay put. Oh, and they're going for the run.
Well, it's already after 5 p.m. and I still haven't heard a word from Liz. I'm hoping it's just a cell phone signal. I just wish she could communicate with me somehow. It just sets my nerves on edge. I guess I'm just gonna head out and head to the campsite where I'm going to meet her tomorrow.
I just saw the completely eaten away carcass, I guess skeleton you would call it, of a deer. Which makes me a little nervous because there are supposed to be cougars here. And I'm biking at dusk. So hopefully it'll be fine though. Just came to Pavement Section. Still no cell phone reception, so I can't contact Alex, but set a timer on my phone because I want to set up camp by 6, no later. Badger Crossing. Never seen a sign like that. All right, well that Pavement Section was short-lived. We're back on dirt. Okay, my 6 p.m. alarm is here, and unfortunately I'm in an area where there's all private land, so I think I'm gonna have to push on more. Oh, this is gonna be a late night. All right, as I did that last clip, I saw something in the distance. Maybe I could take the bike down too. I really want to be inconspicuous, especially being by myself. Let's go check this out. Dang it, I think it's too lumpy. Well, that was a bust. Oh. Really starting to get nervous. All right, the hunt continues. I'm checking out another spot just up the road from the last. Look, I'm pretty sure the private land is just right there, but this is in front, so maybe it's okay. I don't know. It is right off the road, which I don't love. It looks flat from this. It's hard to tell though until you get up close. This actually might work. Just the road is right there. Not exactly stealth. I just went a little further. I think I might have found the spot. I think this is it, guys. Sweet, I'm behind this big tree. Wow, okay. All right, tent is set up. Now I'm gonna try to make food quickly because as you can see, it's getting quite dark. All right, guys, I successfully made it into my tent, finished dinner, did all the things. I'm so excited that I found such a isolated campsite. I think this is really gonna help me sleep. All right, because it is so dark, I'll give you guys more of an update on my thoughts on the first day in the morning.
Well, it is about 8 p.m. right now, and I have drove to the new campsite area where hopefully I'll be able to meet Liz tomorrow. The entire drive here, from where we camped last night, there was absolutely no cell phone signal. So maybe that's the reason why I'm not hearing from Liz. Just there's no signal at all. It just makes me nervous. If there was something wrong, then she would have no way of communicating with me. And her location hasn't updated in like 5 hours or more, so it just shows me like this big circle of where she could be. So anyway, I hope she's safe. I hate these kinds of situations. This really stresses me out. I'm not going to be sleeping because I'm going to be stressing all night about this.
All right, good morning, guys. I have just mostly packed up. I wanted to just give you a few thoughts and perceptions so far on my first solo bikepacking trip. So first of all, I think I thought I relied on Alex more than I do. And really, like, I can do all this stuff. Yes, it's easier with two people because you can, like, put the tent together at the same time. You can try to get ideas from another person on, like, decisions and stuff like that. But overall, I'd say I think this, if anything, has made me realize that I can do all the stuff we've done solo. The one thing, and this luckily hasn't come up, is obviously the bike maintenance. That would be one thing that if that did come up, that would be a problem. I didn't realize that I was going to have no cell phone reception out here, so hoping it is okay on the way out. It is more work, especially trying to film, which I know that's not relevant for most people who don't have a YouTube channel, but it is just, I would say, more work because you have to be more on top of things and, like, you know, you have to rely on yourself. But I actually kind of liked that. I kind of liked, like, even though last night was stressful, I didn't know where I was going to camp and I knew I needed to find a wild campsite. It was kind of nice knowing that, like, I had to make my own decisions and find my own spot. Because the typical thing in me and Alex's dynamic is I'll try to be like, no, we can go a little bit further. We'll find a wild camp. We'll be able to figure it out, blah, blah, blah. And Alex is the more cautious one who's like, no, we need to end earlier. So it's interesting doing it my way that I would want to do. And it still worked out really well. And it was good seeing that I can do this on my own, I feel like, because Alex and I, you know, we got together when I was 19 and we didn't grow up in households where they were into any sort of outdoor-based adventure activities like this. And so we literally learned our outdoor-based adventure everything together. And so I think it's interesting because we've kind of naturally just taken roles. And so it was just kind of like putting it all together. So that's how I feel so far. But anyways, I'm going to get going for the day because we have a really big day today. That was the other thing. I planned my own route, which meant I chose an optimistic, I guess, route and itinerary, and Alex didn't interfere, and so today is going to be a 50-mile, 4,000 plus feet gain day. Wish me luck. Ready to roll. It's a beautiful day. So it turns out just down the road there was a stream, so I filled up some of my water. Now I'm hitting the trail. Gorgeous out already. Love these fall colors. Oh boy. Question is, will they run? It's okay. Just mind my own business. I'm a friend. So I'm so used to meeting dogs in Eastern Europe that I see this dog outside the fence. And I'm like, are you going to be friendly or not? Guessing friendly. This is not barking at me. Oh my goodness. So like just a house down, I got chased by several dogs. I don't think I captured it well. That was scary. I'm like having to scream at them like I did in Eastern Europe. No! 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 Usually Alex helped me out a lot with that in Eastern Europe. What's crazy about this route is that I haven't seen a single cyclist this entire time. And this is day 2. So this must not be a very popular trail. Definitely having to do some hike-a-bike here. Got really steep. It's been pretty gradual so far until right now. Lots of burnt trees here though. Right on a lake now. Gorgeous. Just some thoughts that I share. I'm just so grateful to be out here right now and pushing myself. I feel like I have grown too comfortable and not pushing myself really hard lately. And not only is this my first solo bikepacking trip, but I'm doing a lot of elevation gain don't know, it feels really good to be doing this. Just being out here in nature, just pedaling is my only goal, to get to the top of this big elevation climb, which Alex is meeting me at the very top in the van. I still have one more day after that, but it's all downhill in like 25 miles, so I'm not too worried about it. Spigot here. Definitely gonna filter this water still, because look at that. I feel like it's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to water. All right, filled up my water, ready to go. Although it looked like I'm following a lake this whole time, so don't know if I needed the 2.5 liters I filled. But you hear the squeaky noise on my bike? Like, I don't know exactly what that is. Probably needs to be cleaned. I just feel a little pressed for time. It's unfortunate. I probably should have made this a little less ambitious for my own, for solo. Maybe during lunch I'll fix it. That squeaky noise was driving me nuts. So I squirted some of my just filtered water on it and it went away. So I did my first bike repair. I feel like this is kind of complete now. I survived dogs chasing me, some bug incident, wild camping on my own, the Grizzly Encounter, and now a little bike repair. Woohoo! All right, there's another lake behind me. I think I've lost count of how many lakes I've seen so far. I think I understand how it gets its name, Lac Du Bois. Super beautiful. There's been like no cars today either. It's so weird. Like I've seen maybe 2 all day. Got another lake. I'm stopping at the Bikepacking, probably butchering that, recreation site for lunch, about 21 miles in for the day. Let's not have any drama, Cal. Nothing to fear. Just a woman on a bicycle. So I just came from down there. Whew. Gained lots of elevation sense. Horsey friend. All right, guys, I'm definitely struggling right now. We've had just relentless climbs, which I knew was going to happen today, but it's just taken so much time, and it is almost 3:30, and I've only done half of the miles I'm supposed to do today, and I think maybe even less of the elevation. Either way, I'm going to be getting back after dark, I think. So Alex is definitely going to be worried. I just hope he doesn't panic. All right, guys, so I got 1 bar of reception and it worked, which is exciting. So I was able to text Alex that I'm gonna be back after dark, so don't panic. I still don't want to do too much riding in the dark, but now I don't have to worry about Alex freaking out. He already was freaking out because I've had no reception this whole time, which I did not anticipate. And so he hasn't been able to see my location at all. Probably one of the many reasons we should probably get one of those like satellite, like Garmin InReach or something like that. If you guys have any recommendations for those types of things, let us know, because I have no clue anything about it. Well, I'm gonna keep pedaling along. Probably not gonna film a ton as I'm trying to crank out these miles. And honestly, it's just mostly me suffering uphill, so it's probably not the most entertaining. Definitely questioning my life decisions right now. Oh. I just like honestly don't know if I have the strength to finish this. This was too ambitious for having not done any bike packing in over 2 months. Bear, bear, bear. Bears, bears, bears. Okay, I've got about 17 miles left for the day. And the sun definitely looks like it's getting ready to set position, but it's so quiet. I just can't believe I haven't been seeing any cars out here either. This day I've been very alone. Honestly, I have kind of mixed feelings on the being alone thing. I definitely find myself missing Alex a bit more today. need to keep the bears away and pump myself up with some music right about now. Sunset is definitely happening. Gonna need a headlamp soon. Sun's officially down. Okay, so I officially have my headlight on. I'm not gonna lie, as it gets darker and darker, kind of regretting not having Alex pick me up sooner. I always feel like until it actually gets dark, I'm like, yeah, I can handle it. But now I'm like, this is completely crazy. Especially in a place with bears and cougars. 100% freaking myself out. I definitely just heard something big in the trees. Gosh, why did I do this? Oh my goodness, I'm so freaked out right now. Freaking myself out here in the dark. Every shape I feel like is a bear or a cougar. I'm about 9 miles and a lot of elevation to get to Alex. Still no cell phone reception. Wow, sometimes I can be very stupid, guys. Bears.
Just got a text from Liz. She wants me to go get her because she's about 8 miles away and it's like pitch black outside. Her light just probably isn't bright enough and the terrain is, well, not great. So I'm gonna go pack up and get her. Looks like I found Liz. Do you need a ride?
Yeah. Oh. All right, guys, it is the next morning. Sorry to leave you guys hanging last night. I was not in a place to film. My GoPro died on my stem of my bike, so I didn't even document this well because I was so creeped out biking at night. I think seeing the grizzly bear the night before just really messed with my head because I just pictured myself on this dark forest road when I hadn't seen a single soul for 7 hours, and I just kept picturing cougars and bears eating me and jumping out. Either way, it was way too ambitious of a goal because I messed up my elevation timing. So I did 5,200 feet of elevation gain yesterday. So I don't know why I thought it was going to be 4,000 something. Definitely not. It was lots of hills. I wanted to give you guys my thoughts though because I feel like I've had some time now to kind of think about how I feel about my first solo bikepacking experience. So these are some of the mistakes I think I made that I would not recommend you guys do on your first solo bikepacking tour. So number one, I think my location was just not great for this. I think it's so remote and isolated that, and there's no cell phone reception, that you feel just very vulnerable to the elements. And for a first bikepacking tour, I think that just wasn't a great idea. I didn't see anyone for the last 7 hours of the day yesterday, like not a single soul, and that really kind of messed with me a little bit, and I didn't anticipate that. And so I think the location wasn't great. I think I realized in being so vulnerable to the elements that having a satellite phone almost feels crucial for doing solo bikepacking. And I feel like that's common sense and I should have like known that, but I think it really, when you're doing something solo, like, you know, it is all on you. There's no one there to help you, which in some ways is empowering, but it also is like you are very vulnerable to the elements and something could happen and you would have no way to tell anyone. And on these roads where no one drives by, you could be out there for a very long time before someone finds you. Also, I think I mentioned to you guys, I tend to be very like ambitious with like what I think I can accomplish, and Alex is usually the voice of reason, and I think I was able to see how that actually is helpful. Alex is filming this, so he's probably thinking he's really thrilled about this.
I feel vindicated.
He feels vindicated. I think I needed to learn the hard way though, that I was way too optimistic, especially for this time of year when the light gets, you know, when the days are so much shorter. So I think I was just way too ambitious with what I had planned to do for this trip. I'm not going to finish the last, 20 something miles because I'm just, honestly, I'm so drained. Like, there's no way I could have. And we drove back on the van and it feels silly to go back track and do it. Also, okay, yeah, one other thing I noted and I didn't anticipate this at all, is that I actually kind of found it a little bit lonely. I really didn't anticipate feeling lonely, but I think because, as I told you guys, me and Alex started dating when I was really young, and we've done all our outdoor-based adventures together, so I just associate outdoor-based adventure activities together. In some ways, like, I was able to do more like mental work though, but I did find, especially towards the end of the second day, getting much more lonely than I anticipated. So I think what would have been better for my first bikepacking route is doing maybe a more front country bikepacking route. Like, I had debated biking from Seattle to Vancouver. I think that probably would have been better. And I think just in general, getting some sort of satellite phone or something would have been good if I was gonna do a backcountry route. I don't know what the future for my solo bikepacking is gonna be. Right now I'm feeling like I want to do all my routes with Alex, but who knows, maybe I'll feel differently in a week. Anyways, it was an interesting experience. We will see you guys in our next video. We've had to cancel. We were going to do the Grasslands loop up here, but the weather just changed. So unfortunately we're going to have to save that for a future trip. So I don't know what our next video will be, but we'll see you on it. I'm going to go off and do adventures all of my time now. Peace out, bro. Uh-oh, it's making noise.
You got space for the big camera?
Oh, golly. This is like not even gonna close. I have a feeling I'm gonna be having a lot of that. I have to circle back for the camera. Trying to capture the solo. This one like seems like he's taking a stance. Like he's not gonna let me pass. Just me out here riding a bike. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da.